Hey guys, it's Roscoe on Space Coast. It's time for part 2 of the Weyland-Yutani Report, and here we see the Nostromo and the refinery that it was attached to approaching LV-426. There is the Nostromo. Really like the design of that ship. That whole used future thing, obviously Star Wars has that, Alien has it as well. There is the ship, there's the various crew members. You see Ripley down at the bottom there. You see Dallas, there's Lambert, Ash, what were those two called again? Parker, Brett, and Lambert. And Kane, of course. There we go. There is the vessel. Crew expendable. There they are, going down into, I think there is the engineer, although they didn't realise it was a humanoid. They just thought because of how old it appeared that that was its appearance. Obviously that was a big reveal in Prometheus. Now there is Lambert's report on protocol deviation for quarantine. Didn't work out. There of course is the facehugger on Kane, and underneath there he is. Another one of his great roles. There is Dallas, and there is the chestburster. Quotes from Ripley's deposition here. There's Mother down at the bottom there. Another shot from ship here. It's a great couple of pics of Sigourney Weaver. This one is awesome, and then that is obviously from Fiorina 161. Incursion at Hadley's Hope. Thank you, Carter Burke. There is the planet that it orbits around. I guess it's a moon of a planet. What is the planet called? Calpamos. It's a gas giant like Saturn. It's ringed. Speaking of Carter Burke, such an untrustworthy face. This text here is referring to him. It's basically he's emailed 7 undisclosed recipients saying how he'll handle negotiations with Ripley. Paramount is that they get a sample of the xenomorph, as it looks like her story has panned out. That's after they've lost contact with Hadley's Hope, of course. After they've been directed to a specific geographical location by some higher-ups in the company. I wonder specifically which one. I do believe that was Carter Burke, wasn't it? There is the crew of the... Is that the crew of the Sulaco? Yes. And there is an open-up of the Sulaco here. Great design of a ship, this. Let's see. Very long. There. All those weapons at the front. Apparently this was a very unlucky ship. It had several accidents prior to its final journey to LV-426. Had a docking accident at Gateway Station, and it was involved in some military action elsewhere that wasn't very successful. There's some more of the crew. There they are, securing the perimeter for all the good it had done. Report on Marachek John J. I think that's Newt's father. Basically, he had a facehugger attached. You can see underneath the various samples of them there. Sorry, there. And they tried to remove it. It sprayed acid onto one guy and killed him. Did a toxic chemical dump into the system as it was removed, and he died. You know, doesn't it kind of have the same sort of shape as the Sulaco? Kind of, doesn't it? I'm sure that's some not so subtle point that James Cameron was trying to make. Again referenced here, very similar to the Sulaco design. I guess that ship is just one giant weapon. There is, I think this is a flamethrower, I'm not sure. Stay frosty. That is frost. Fly the friendly skies. There's the dropship. Great little ship that was. And they're armoured. vehicle that she crashes into the atmospheric processing plant. And that is just, it says Bishop's upload on the sequence of events, basically what happens in Aliens, from the moment they land to the moment they depart. You see all the various different images from different sequences there. Corporal Hicks' final status report. This is basically, I think, he's waiting for Ripley to come back with Newt. And that, of course, that was great, that was. They're just about starting to physically build those things now, aren't they? Those power walkers. And there is the alien, I think it's not the aliens, it's just a hive that it creates, I believe, from all of the saliva that it drools constantly. There's an Canton Fiorina. Prison planet. I don't know, I think this is the ship that she crashes in. Some prisoners. See, they have the tattoo on the back of the head. More prisoners. Xenomorph. Again, slightly different because it goes into a dog or something, doesn't it? There's some more from there. There's a pamphlet that one of the surviving prisoners wrote. Let's have to have a read of that. There we go, there she is towards the end, and there it is. That's from the next film where they're trying to clone Ripley and hybridize her with the alien on the USM Ariga. There's some shots from there, various crew members, Doctor. The Betty, which is the ship that, what's her face, Winona Ryder is on, and Ron Perlman as well, and the guy in the wheelchair and stuff, and the various other cast members that were on there. There they are there, in fact. More weapons, personal insert there. Various clones, I guess, attempts. There was that human one, which is very odd looking, isn't it? A new beginning for Weyland-Yutani, because by that time corporations are no longer in power. The military's in power, but now it's moving back to corporations being in power. It's not actually a fetus in there, it's just a company promotional image. A potential weapon they could use. Use the spine of the creature. This is essentially, it would spray the acid, and use two skulls fused together to hold the fluid. Scientists in the military. And potential armour derived from the creature. Shock collars on there. There's a bunch of them there. We're just about done. Restatement of company interest. Xenomorph XX121 is our future. Yes, and that is it. So that is our look finally at the Weyland-Yutani Report. I'm very excited to see the new film coming out. It does look interesting. That last trailer, what was it? The Crossing, Covenant, The Crossing was really interesting, especially towards the end. I do think that was probably a horde of aliens that were about to meet on the Engineer Homeworld. But I guess we'll find out. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment suggestion for a upcoming topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.